All right, here we go, grade 8. Find the measures of the interior angles of the triangles. We are continuing on here in chapter 3, lesson 3.2. You'll remember back in lesson 3.1, our previous lesson, that there was something that they assumed that you understand, and that was the idea that a straight angle equaled 180 degrees. Well, this lesson assumes something as well, and that has to do with triangles. And it assumes that that you understand that all three triangles added together equal 180 degrees. All triangles, whether they're obtuse triangles, right triangles, acute triangles, isosceles, equilateral, scalene, it does not matter. Triangles have three sides, which means they have three interior angles. These angles inside, one angle here, one angle here, one angle here. All the angles in every triangle added together, the three interior angles, equal 180 degrees. Okay? So, to do this first part, and really to do all the parts, it assumes that you understand that. Now, if we look at number 1, it assumes that you understand that this box here means it's a right angle. And it's assumed that you understand that a right angle has a value of 90 degrees. So if I want to find x, which is what I need to do, I do 33 plus 90. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 9 is 12. I get 123. To find what x is, I then take the 180, which is all three angles combined. I subtract the 123 that I know. I can't do nothing minus 3. I borrow from the 8. I make it a 7. 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. I get 57. X equals 57. 57 degrees. Not hard. Number 2, same sort of thing. Trying to find x. I know these two, 42 plus 67. So I come here. I add them. 42 plus 67. 2 plus 7 is 9. 4 plus 6 is 10. I get 109. All three combined, 180 degrees. 180 degrees minus 109 degrees. Nothing minus 9. Can't do that. Borrow from the 8. Make it a 7. Make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 7 minus nothing is 7. 1 minus 1. Can't do that. X equals 71 degrees. This one looks a little bit different in the sense that I have an x here and an x plus 75 here. So really, for me in this one, we're going to make an equation. We're going to go x plus 75 plus 32. And we know that all that's going to equal 180. We know there's only three angles, but this angle is put together as x plus 75. So now I'm going to do what I know how to do, and that's combine like terms. X plus x, I know is 2x. 75 plus 32, if I punch that into my calculator, I'm going to find that that equals 107. I know that that whole thing equals 180. So if I come over here, I'm going to write that 2x plus 107 equals 180. Well, I'm going to subtract 107 from both sides. It's going to give me 0 here. Going to leave me with 2x equals. If I take 180 minus 107, I plug that into my calculator, I'm going to get 73. If you go to your calculator and you plug in 73 divided by 2, you're going to get 36.5 degrees. X equals 36.5. All right, so that's that section. Not bad. Grade 8. Now, the second part looks a little bit different. It says, find the measure of the exterior angle. Part 1 was the interior angles, which was the angles inside. Okay? Angles inside of the triangle. This second part is talking about the exterior angles. This angle out here, outside the triangle. This angle here, outside the triangle. This angle here, outside the triangle. And essentially, I'm just solving for the variable. So let's look at number 1. Well, what in the world are we going to do here? Well, once again, it's assuming some things. It's assuming, again, that we understand that inside of a triangle, the 3 angles always have a sum of 180 degrees. We need to remember that. We also need to remember what we learned back in our previous lesson, our previous video 3.1, and we need to understand that this is a straight angle, and that a straight angle also has 180 degrees. 180 is a very key number in this chapter here so far. So, well, to get x, I first recommend that we find this angle right here. And we can do that by adding the 2 angles that we know. We know that this is a right angle, so that's 90. And we're going to add this angle here, 41, that we know. That's going to add together to get 131. To find this missing angle right here, I'm going to take the total number of degrees, which is 180. I'm going to subtract 131. I can't do nothing minus 1. Borrow from the 8, make it a 7, make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus 1 is nothing. I get 49. If this angle here is 49 degrees, and then in a straight angle, I'm going to do 180 minus 49, because this part here is 49, this part here is the rest. I shouldn't really need to do that, okay? Shouldn't really need to do that, as I should see, well, I already know that 180 minus 131 equals 49. So by using what I know about fact families, I can come to the conclusion that 180 minus 49, that x is going to equal 131. And that's the way that's going to work. All right, number 2. Same thing here now. 57, 77 here, x degrees. So we're going to take the 2 that I know, which is 77 and 57. 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 5 is 13. I get 134. Okay. When I take 180 minus 134, all right, can't do nothing minus 4. Borrow from the 8, make it a 7, make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus 1, nothing. I get 46. Okay, well, which means that that angle there is 46. I start to see a pattern here, that it's going to kind of be the same as these opposite angles, because if I know that this straight angle is 180 degrees, I'm going to do 180 minus 46 to get what's left here on this big side. Well, if I know 180 minus 134 is 46, I can use what I know once again about math fact families, and I can assume that 180 minus 46 is going to be x equals 134. Now, number 3 is a real fun one, and I'm going to go ahead here because I want us to be able to see some things, and I'm going to erase everything here from number 1, just so we have some space to work, because number 3 is a very nice problem. Now, what we're going to do is, this is interesting because we have a variable here, we have an x here, we have a angle here we do not know. We're going to call this C. All right? So, what I do know is that if I come up here, x plus 12, which is this angle here, plus 38, which is this angle here, plus C, I know that equals 180 degrees. All right? I know that. I also know then that I can say, well, x plus 50, which is what 12 and 38 combine to be, plus C equal 180. Okay? I also then can assume, okay? I also then can assume that if 50 plus C equals something, okay, I can try to figure out what this is, okay? And so then I can say, well, okay, if X plus 50 plus C equals 180, then I lost my train of thought.